Good evening. Uh, in last video lesson, we have completed the chapter. The theory part of the chapter is over with 10 video lessons. I was going through the previous CBSE board examination question papers. So I have come across some important and interesting conceptual questions. So today I wanted to extend the lesson for one more day. So this is the 11th video lesson completely dedicated to the numerical part of the chapter. Okay, right. Now the first question is based on Wheatstone's bridge. This was asked somewhere in 2017, which consists of 5 resistors which are connected in the form of a triangle. So here there is one resistor, here is another resistor, this is the third resistor, fourth resistor, fifth resistor, and here is this point, and this is this point. We name it as A, and this is what B. Okay, so we will give now the values for these resistances. Say this is a 10 ohm resistor, this is a 4 ohm resistor, this is a 3 ohm resistor, this is a 6 ohm resistor, and this is 8 ohm resistor. Okay, now what is the question is, determine net resistance between points A and B. So that is RAB equals to how much? Suppose if you connect a battery of 12 volt, if a 12 volt battery with R equals to 0.5 ohm, R equals to, you take it as 2 ohm, is connected between A and B. What is the current? What is the current drawn by the circuit? What is the current drawn by the circuit? So of course this is an extension, so this can be asked. So anticipating that, I am putting this question also along with this one. Fine. So children, in the previous class when we were discussing Wheatstone's bridge, we discussed that whenever you see 5 resistances, just think of whether it can be connected in the form of Wheatstone bridge or not. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistors are there. So here this is A, means this point also can be A, because after all this is a connecting wire. And if this is B, means this point also can be B, because this is a connecting wire. So there are other 2 junctions here, one is C, other is what? D. Okay, right. Now let me draw this equivalent circuit in the form of Wheatstone's bridge, taking this point A, here is point B, and here is point C, and here is point D. Fine. So you come from any one side, between C and D you have 10 ohm. So this is C and this is D. You can connect a 10 ohm resistor here. Fine. Then you can take this between A and D, there is a 3 ohm. A and D, there is a 3 ohm. Fine. Between A and C, there is a 4 ohm. A and C, it is 4 ohm. Fine. Between C and B, there is 8 ohm. C and B, 8 ohm. And between D and B, there is 6 ohm. Between D and B, there is 6 ohm. Oh children, so now it looks to be a balanced Wheatstone's bridge. Now the second part of this one is, you have connected a battery of 12 volt with an internal resistance of 2 ohm. So this entire thing is nothing but a cell. So it offers a resistance of 2. This is the equivalent circuit for the given question. So even if you draw this part also, then you have some weightage as per the marking scheme split up. Fine. Now we have for balanced Wheatstone's bridge. For balanced Wheatstone's bridge, what is the condition? Condition is R1 by R2 equals to R3 by R4. So what will happen when it satisfies this condition means the current through the vertical part where there is a galvanometer supposed to be connected, in that the current will become what? 0. Now let us see, this is your R1 and this is your R2, this is your R3, this is R4. Okay. So now R1 by R2, nothing but 4 by 8 equals to R3 by R4, this is nothing but 3 by 6. 4 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 2, 3 by 6 is also 1 by 2. Therefore, the ratio of the resistances on the left hand side is equals to ratio of resistance on the right hand side. So therefore, the bridge is balanced. Then what will happen? The potential at point C and the potential at point D will be equal. Therefore, as there is no potential difference, children, potential is not 0. Potential difference is going to be 0. If this is 5 volt here, for example, and this also will have definitely a 5 volt. So as there is no potential difference, 5 volt minus 5 volt will give rise to 0. So no current will flow. So whatever current is coming over here, the same current will go here. Therefore, these two resistors are in series. Similarly, if some current is coming down, no current will add, the same current will go in this. These two are also in the series. So now onwards, the story is known to you. So therefore, I simplify the circuit like this. Here is 4 ohm resistor and here is 8 ohm resistor, and down to this one, here is 3 ohm and here is 6 ohm. So this is your point A and this is your point B, this is point C and this is point D. Between C and D, this resistance no need to be connected because no current will flow. I said in the last class, when no current flows, we can consider as if there is no path. So when there is no path, there is no use of 10 ohm resistor. So 10 ohm resistor can be what? Removed. Fine. Now, so now what will happen? I have connected a battery of 12 volt, okay, with an internal resistance of 2 ohm. 2 ohm. So now your circuit is simplified like this. Next step will be 4 and 8 are in series. So you will have 12 ohm in series. Okay, now C will disappear because both of them are made as a single resistor. Now 3 plus 6 will become what? 9. This is 9 ohm. So this is your point A and this is your point B. Here is a battery of 12 volt. Okay, and internal resistance of 2 ohm. What is first part? What is the net resistance between A and B? Only between A and B you find out. So 12 and 9 are what? In parallel. So RAB equals to 12 into 9 divided by 12 plus 9. So 12 into 9 is 108. Okay. And 12 plus 9 is what? 21. So maybe 7 will cut here. 7 will not cut. 3 will cut. 3 7 ja 21. And here 3 3 ja 9. 1 is left. 3 6 ja 36 by 7 ohm. So almost this is 5 ohm. 7 5 ja. Okay, right. So 5 point something you will get. This is our resistance, RAB. Fine. Now the second part is what? If 12 volt battery with internal resistance of 2 ohm is connected, how much current is drawn? This current. Now this next part of that one, 12 and 9, no? 12 and 9 will come out to be 36 by 7. Is it right? 3 7 ja 21, 3 3 ja 9, 3 6 ja 18. Correct. So 36 by 18 and 2 ohm are in zeros. So I will write it as a 5 ohm resistor here. Fine. And Here there is SL, 2 ohm will be here like this 2 ohm. So this 12 volt. Current will go like this, like this, like this. How these two are? 5 ohm is carrying same current as 2 ohm. So these two are in series. So next it will be a 7 ohm, 5 plus 2, and there is a battery of 12 volt. So then current I equals to V by R. So this 12 volt divided by 7. So one time 5 is left, 7 ja. 1.7 ampere is your answer. So this is a 3 marks question. So 2 parts will be there. Either you need to calculate net resistance between A and B, or extension of that problem, if a battery of 12 volt with 2 ohm internal resistance is connected, what is the current drawn by the circuit? Is this clear? Right. So practice many symmetric problems like this, so that you will get very good idea on applications of Wheatstone's bridge. Yeah. Next we will see the series and parallel combination when it comes together of an infinite network of resistances. So another question. You have here R, this is R, and this is R. It is there in the textbook also. Some example 3.12, exercise 3.12 also. They have given 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. So not necessarily that it should be always 1 ohm. It can be sometimes 5 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. So that is why generally I have taken R ohm resistors. So all three are what? Identical. Next is connected to this one. Again R, again R, again R. So then another network like this. So this will go up to infinity. Up to infinity. Okay. Suppose if a 12 volt battery, 2 ohm battery, it is given as a 0.5 ohm there. 0.5 ohm battery is put between A and B. Where is A? This point you take it as A. This point you take it as B. Between A and B. Okay. Find out I value. Find out I value. So what is this? This is the specification of the battery. Battery has got a 12 volt EMF and with an internal resistance of 0.5 ohm. That we will see at the end. Let us first try to simplify this network. If you see this is actually a ladder of resistances. Rather infinite ladder. Infinite ladder of resistors. This problem is popularly known as. It is there in the Erido also. This was a old IIT question also, IIT JEE entrance question. Okay, right. Now if you look at this one, ladder means it has got identical steps. So this 1, 2, 3, the first step, 1, 2, 3, second step, 1, 2, 3, third step. So 1, 2, 3, like this it will continue. So every step will have this format. 2 horizontal, 1 vertical, 2 horizontal, 1 vertical, 2 horizontal, 1 vertical. So if you just keep it as it is, the fundamental step, the first step, the remaining also will be running up to infinity only. Up to infinity only. So this should offer some resistance. This entire network on the right hand side should offer some resistance. Let us call this resistance offered by all other steps other than the fundamental one is equal to R. So therefore, I can remove the right hand side of this network with an equivalent resistance of R. And now I will connect between A and B. You see how I am going to connect. This R ohm, here is R ohm, okay, not necessarily the right ohm, and here is another R ohm. So I said this entire network will offer a resistance of capital R. I don't know how much is this capital R. Maybe greater than small r or less than small r. That we do not know. Fine? Okay. So, the infinite number of steps in the place of that, we have taken this one. Now you see, this R and this R are in parallel. Okay. So, this network now I will simplify like this. This point is A. This point is what? B. So, here is R, and this will become R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So, this small r into capital R divided by R plus R, like this. These are. This is point A, this is point B. Okay, right. Now here, listen the concept very carefully. Leaving the fundamental step, the remaining all steps resistance we have taken what? Capital R. Such an infinite network which offers a resistance capital R, such an infinite network which offers a resistance capital R, we are joining the fundamental step. So to infinity, if you add something or if you subtract something from infinity, the net value is always infinity only. Infinity plus something is infinity. Infinity minus something is infinity. So therefore, if infinite amount of network offers a resistance capital R, by adding this small r network also, the net resistance should remain as what? Same. So therefore, the resistance between A and B is nothing but RAB is also going to be equal to R. Am I clear to you? If entire network of infinity offers capital R, to that one, if I add the fundamental step, the total resistance between A and B still remain as capital R only. So RAB is nothing but what? Capital R. That is nothing but between A and B. What is that? R plus RR by R plus R plus R. Are they not in series? Current will go like this, will go like this, will come like this, will come like this, will come like this. There is no path for them to divide. Okay, right. Now, this will be, now this R I will write like this, R plus R is nothing but what? 2R plus R into R by R plus R. Let us take LCM and cross multiply. On the left hand side, this R plus R will come equals to, this will multiply here, 2R square plus 2RR plus 2RR plus RR. So open this, RR plus R square equals to 2R square plus 2RR plus RR, 3RR. Okay, right. Now, this R square, this 3RR will come this side. So minus 3RR it will become plus RR. So 2RR minus will be there, right? This 2R square also will come this one, minus 2R square equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation which will have two solutions, minus b plus r minus b square minus 4ac by 2a, because it does not have the ready-made solution. So you have to go for that equation. Okay. So ax square minus bx plus c. So remaining thing we will carry here. So this is nothing but ax square plus bx, x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. For such, this one x equals to, you will have minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. X equals minus b, right? minus B plus or minus, let me write properly, B square minus 4AC. So here A is how much? A equals to 1, right? What is B value? B equals to minus 2R. Okay. What is C? C equals to minus 2R square. Then what is X? X is nothing but your capital R. So capital R equals to minus B, minus of minus B, minus 2R is nothing but plus 2R. Okay, plus or minus root over B square minus 2R whole square, 4R square, B square minus 4AC, 4 into A is 1, C is minus 2R square. So 1 into 2R square is minus 2R square, minus into minus, okay, I will write one more step, minus 2R square whole divided by 2 into A is nothing but what? 1. Oh. So R equals to 2R plus or minus root over 4R square plus 8R square is nothing but 12R square divided by 2. So this is 2R plus or minus 2 root 2 into R. 12 will be written as 2 root 2. Sorry. Minus B, right? Minus B plus or minus B square minus 4AC, right? So 8 plus 12. So this will be 2 root 2, yeah, 2 root 3 this is. So 2 will go inside, it will become 4. 4 into 3 will be what? 12. So R is coming out 2 root 3 whole divided by 2. So here 2 is there, here 2 is there, this 2 will be cancelling with this. So you have R common you take. So this 1 plus or minus root 3, that's all. This 2 and this 2 is cancelled. R is taken common. So here 1 plus or minus root 3. So this is R. So now it will find two solutions. Either it can be R into 1 plus root 3 or R into 1 minus root 3. Root 3 is 1.732. 1 plus 1.732 is 2.732. So this will become 2.732R. This you see. 1 minus root 3. Root 3 is 1.732. Right? 1 minus 1.732. It's a negative value. Multiplied by resistance. Resistance can never be negative. There is no meaning of negative resistance. So therefore, this solution is not possible as it is producing a negative resistance. Okay? Right. So what is the answer is? Answer is R equals to 2.73 into R. So therefore, I write that between A and B, RAB equals to 2.73 R. If R is 1 ohm, then the net value will be 2.73. If R is 2 ohm, 2.73 into 2. So therefore, you better remember this equation. For such a network of 3 resistors, 2 horizontal and 1 vertical, what is the net resistance between A and B means 1 plus root 3 into R. So this will be remembered like this. R equals to 1 plus root 3 into small r. If smaller value is given, then you can calculate the capital R value. In the textbook, every resistance is found to be 1 ohm and a battery of 12 volt and 0.5 ohm is connected. So now what is there? My network is, my entire network between A and B, this is point A and this is point B. This is 2.73 into 1 ohm, okay, and where a battery of 12 volt with 0.5 ohm internal resistance is connected. Now plus minus, current will go like this, will go like this, will go like this, no. So how much current is flowing in 2.73? Same current is flowing in 0.5 also. So both of them are in series. So net resistance I, net current I equals to V by R, 12 divided by 2.73 plus 0.5. So this is I is nothing but 0.5, no? So 3.23 something you will get. So 12 divided by 3.23. So if it is 3, you will get what? 4 ampere. So as it is more than 3, so the answer is going to be less than 4 ampere. From 3.6 or 3.8 amperes of current will flow in the circuit. Is this clear? So this is also one of the important questions. Okay, right. So leaving the fundamental step of the ladder, the net resistance of the remaining all steps which lead to infinity should be taken as capital R, and when you add the fundamental step to capital R, still the net resistance will remain as capital R. This is the concept of this problem. The remaining things are what? Very simple. Okay, right. So like this you will find so many numericals in the textbook based on network of resistances. So please solve all of them so that you will get a better idea. Fine? Right. Now we will see another question. Which is a combination of this is exercise question only. 3.11 I think. This is example 3.1, sorry, exercise 3.11. Okay. The question goes like this. A storage battery of 8 volt and internal resistance of 0.5 ohm. So 8 volt and 0.5 ohm storage battery which can be charged. So this is 8 volt with internal resistance of 0.5 ohm. 5 ohm is being charged by a 120 volt DC supply using a series resistor of 15.5 ohm. That means this is being charged. This is a secondary cell. This can be charged by a 120 volt. So this is 120 volt battery with a series resistance of 15.5 ohm. This is the circuit. 15.5 ohm. What is the terminal voltage of the battery during charging? So here between these 2 points, what is the terminal voltage? This V equals to how much? Okay, right. Then what is the purpose of having a series resistor in the circuit? Why can't you charge this? Right. So, sir, how can you draw this circuit like this? Why are you taking this plus this side? Why can't you take minus this side? I have taken plus this side because in the question it is given that this is being charged. So children, I told you during the cells topic, if current is coming out of the cell, then we write it V equals to E minus IR. If the same cell, if it is having a current like this, it cannot produce its own current in this direction. There must be somebody who is having a greater EMF than this one that is driving the current in this direction. In such case, we say the cell is what being charged. When it is charging, we write the equation V equals to E plus IR. Do you remember? So now this is a charging condition. So this V must be written as E plus IR. What is EMF of this cell? EMF of this cell. What is I? Net current flowing in the circuit. What is R? Internal resistance of the cell. So now therefore, this being a cell of a larger EMF, this will definitely drive the circuit. This is the current I, this is the current I, this is the current I. Okay, the same current will come here. Fine, children? Okay, right. Now, so suppose if it is giving its own EMF. In which direction it will give? It will give in this direction. So its EMF is in this direction. Its EMF is in this direction. So this will go like this. This will come like this. They are approaching each other. So net EMF will be, net EMF in the circuit is nothing but 120 minus 8, that is nothing but 112 volt. Is this clear? They are opposing their EMFs. So therefore, the net EMF will be the difference of the EMFs of the two cells. Right. Now, what is the net resistance you see? How much current is flowing in 0.5 ohm? The same current will flow in 15.5 ohm also, because there is no way to get divide. Okay, these two will have a fight among themselves, and the mightier one will judge the direction of the current. So this will judge the current. So after that, current will stabilize and will flow with the same value throughout the circuit. Okay, so therefore net resistance is nothing but 0.5 plus 15.5. Remember children, EMFs are getting subtracted because of their directional property. Directional property means it is not a vector, but even the scalars also, the way in which they produce the EMF, depending on that we add or subtract. Okay, fine. That is the concept of combination of cells. Wrongly connected cells, these two are wrongly connected cells in series. So therefore their EMF will be what? Subtracted. But you see children, resistances will never get subtracted. Either they will add up or they will go for 1 by R equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this will be, now how much? This is 16 ohm. So you can calculate current now. So I equals to E divided by R net, E net divided by R net, 112 divided by 16. So any cancellation? 7, 6, 42, yeah, 7, it will cancel by 7 times. So therefore, during the charging of this one, a 7 ampere current will enter into 8 volt. Now the terminal potential difference V across 8 volt cell, V across 8 volt cell is nothing but E plus IR. This is the condition for charging, because current is entering into this one. Okay, if current is drawn from this, it is alone, then E minus IR. So this is, what is E value? E is nothing but it's 8 volt plus I is nothing but what? 7 ampere. Internal resistance is how much? 0.5. So this 8 plus 3.5 is nothing but what? 11.5 volt. So this is the best example children